Today's adventure is going to be an overnight hike in and hike out to Hemmed In Hollow in the Buffalo National Scenic River Wilderness area. And do a little backcountry camping anywhere within the park boundaries except for Lost Valley. Apparently you can backcountry camp, and that's what we're going to do here tonight, which would be kind of cool because you can get down to the falls maybe closer to sunset, get some long exposure maybe. And yeah, so anyway, that's today's adventure, and we will get a little bit of a look at this trail and a review of this trail and the falls, which is, you know, very well documented. It's a hot spot. Everybody wants to go here. But yeah, that's today's adventure, and we are starting on it now. First part of the trail coming in is pretty smooth. I think it's got a slight downward gradient as you go, but there's going to be much steeper places on the way in and out. But it's very peaceful here. A lot of cars in the parking lot today, so I imagine there's a lot of people out here on the trail. But that tends to peter out a little bit as you get closer to dark. When you're staying the night, it gets a lot more peaceful and you have the place to yourself. Guys, pack your trash out. I mean, it's actually kind of creepy. To be really honest, that's kind of a little bit disconcerting. It's just an abandoned stroller. Either way, carry your trash out. Trail is, we're like a mile and a half in now on the trail, and it's definitely been moderate so far. But I have to say, there's like a significant portion of the descents, the elevation changes on the trail actually have pretty solid rock steps in them, which is very helpful. A couple of tree blowdowns that we've had to walk over and climb over. But yeah, it's exactly what you want, getting away from everything and getting further and further back in. And you start to see some pretty nice views. Some cool rock formations like this one. Yeah, that one's very cool. Right, the trail. Path going down, and then you can't see it with the camera the way I can with my naked eye, but pretty awesome view out through the valley. Getting into a much heavier elevation change, and it's getting a lot more strenuous, but yeah, it's awesome. Very cool. We have found the last camping spot before the trail heads down to the falls, and this is about to become home for the evening. With camp firmly established for the night, it's time to make the 0.7 mile hike on down to the falls in Hemmed In Hollow. And yeah, I feel like we got a pretty good descent ahead of us here, and we're gonna get after that. Just doesn't do it justice. The camera just never does it justice. Like that right there looks like a scene out of a Tolkien novel. That is awesome. We have been warned by several people that there is no water today, very little, but once you've come this far, there's no reason to not go see it. In the last 0.2 miles up to the fall, though, right here's a couple of cool little features that I bet in their own right are awesome when it's raining. There's this waterfall over here. It drops down That's almost a slide as opposed to a waterfall. I think they call that, the technical term would be a cascade, something of that sort. And then you got this is another waterfall, clearly a draw. That is so awesome. These two things would meet right here. I mean, that would be a twin fall situation, a fall on either side of that centerpiece there. Yet again, another impressive waterfall feature. And we're within the last 1/10 of a mile. It's real beautiful out here right now. Got sunset happening on us. I have now finally arrived, and yeah, oh my goodness, this would be breathtaking if there were water. Wow. Yeah, unfortunately, there's not much water going on. There's no way to even get a picture of this and it really be that meaningful. However, it's kind of cool right here under it. It just kind of moves around on you. The trickle that's coming down as the wind carries it from 205 feet up. Yeah, it's here now. That's over there. Oh, moving further back. Yeah, it just kind of dances around. That's really cool. It is unfortunate that we don't have more water than this, but this is pretty neat to watch. And the view out from under the little alcove here, the little bluff shelter type of area behind the waterfall is pretty awesome, and you wouldn't be able to see that if there was a lot of water coming down, huh? Well, trying to make the best of the situation. Got to find the little things, because that is actually a really beautiful view. And a great hike, great workout, totally a moderate hike with a lot of strenuous in there. It's a heck of a hike, but I think with the sun starting to set in and no more of what there is to accomplish down here, it's probably time to head back to camp. We'll get started on our way back now, but it's not a total loss. Sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the butterflies. Wait, that's not right. Back at camp. Time to start. A little fire so I can cook dinner. Now, let me just let these catch. We just keep piling more and more of this stuff on. And we'll move on to this stuff. And pretty soon we will have a fire. And pretty soon, some beef stew. Pop that dude right on the rock. That's the goal here. I'm building these coals and try to build this bed right against this rock so I can set this pan, after I take the lid off, of course, right up against the coals and have me some hot beef stew for dinner. I've now had dinner. I have a full belly of beef stew and a couple of slices of bread, and talk about hit the spot. After a hike like that today, not eating beef jerky or something out of a bag, like that was so good. But yeah, got a nice fire going here, and honestly, probably gonna go ahead and wrap up the video right here, because I don't see a lot of new happening in the morning going out. It's gonna be the same hike going out that I had coming in, and You know, I mean, the waterfall was a little bit of a wash, pardon the pun. But Hemmed-In Hollows is still breathtakingly beautiful. It's just the rock formations itself. But yeah, it doesn't always work out the way you want, but hey, you work with what you have when you have it. And yeah, so I think we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm just gonna chill by the fire and get ready to sleep in that hammock tonight. You hear this? When you go backcountry camping, you don't have to have a sleep app. Nature is your sleep app. So anyway, if you guys like the content, again, please like it. Please subscribe. It's hugely important. Please share it. Share it with your friends. And like I said in the last video, comment. Talk to me. Get at your boy. I want to talk to you. I enjoy the interaction. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And we will, as always, catch you next time.
We here at Studio 119 would like to remind all of you out there listening, wherever you might be, that though the hill might be steep and the trail be rocky, the mountaintop awaits. Carry on.